Hey guys, it's Mia from Aikido Security, and today we are going to be exploring Aikido Attack. When we speak about Aikido Attack, we are specifically referring to the yellow column that I showed during my Intro to Aikido video, namely agentic pentesting, authenticated DAST, API discovery and fuzzing, and attack surface management. To get started, dive in with your Git system of choice and head over to the left-hand purple side pane and click on the Domains and APIs tab. Once you're here, you can begin to add in various domains, API endpoints, or map out your attack surfaces. To do this, simply click on Add Domain and select which one you would like to start with. In the instance that you would like to run a front-end application test, pop the domain name here. Seems reasonable. Decide, of course, if you'd like to link specific assets to your domain, such as repositories or containers. And when you're finished, simply click on Finish at the bottom and your repo architecture will be saved. Now, if I head down to my beans.com, no scan has taken place yet, but we can see that it is in progress up here on the top right. And there we go. We have 5 vulnerabilities for beans.com, which, I mean, I get it. Beans.com aside, what happens next with these vulnerabilities? Well, just like always, you can go ahead and start to do things like add tasks to your task tracker. You can also snooze, ignore, or adjust the severity of these issues if you don't agree with how we've ranked them. And now, the fun part, assuming beans.com also has some information protected behind a login screen, you can actually go ahead and authenticate this domain and scan behind a login screen. To do this, if you head back to your Domains and APIs tab and find the domain that you would like to authenticate, you can pop over here on the right-hand side, click on Authenticate Domain, and pop in your login credentials over here so we can start scanning behind the login screen. The checks that we're performing include various front-end checks, for example, checks that will scan for missing JWT tokens or HSTS header misconfiguration, all those sort of common vulnerabilities that we expect to surface from a front-end perspective. But we also have a bunch of checks for hosted technologies. So in your own time, if you are curious about the checks that we're performing, feel free to scroll through here. We display everything in the UI for you. As previously mentioned, beyond domains, it is also possible to go ahead and configure your APIs, be those REST APIs or GraphQLs. And in order to fuzz test either of these, all that you need to do is upload a Swagger doc or OpenAPI spec so that we can map the endpoint and then we can perform dynamic scans. Last but not least on this menu, we have the attack surface monitoring. This is the perfect spot to scan for all sorts of leaked credentials or specific passwords that might be exposed. So if you go ahead and decide that you would like to perform attack surface monitoring on a specific domain, the types of checks that we're really going to be running over here speak to all sorts of leaks and breaches, which of course you can visualize once again over here in the checks pane. Included in Aikido Attack is of course our agentic pentesting module, which can be found right below the code quality tab over here. But I've done a separate video on this, which of course you are more than welcome to check out. As always, I highly encourage you to check this out for yourself. So if you're curious, head over to app.aikido.dev, use your Git system to sign in and take us for a spin. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.